Hello students, now moving ahead in the rest of the parts of this poem. Here we are. Now I am reading for you. And then they sat around on the floor with my mother in the center, the peace of understanding on each face. So here all the villagers, they sat around the mother with the calmness of mind that comes from knowing the nature of things and accepting whatever is destined to happen. So here the speaker's mother is in the center, who is sitting on the floor, and all the other villagers and the other people, they are surrounding her. So, and what was the reaction on their face? There on each other's a kind of calmness. The justification of their calmness is suggested by their belief system that whatever is befalling on the mother's body in the form of suffering, that is all destined to happen for her, and it will be okay by the time when she has gone through this all these kind of suffering and pain. And after then, more candles, more lanterns, more neighbor, more insects, and the endless rain. My mother twisted through and through, groaning on a maid. So after then, there are other people who keep on coming with their lanterns, with their candles, and to find out the Scorpio, that insect, and simultaneously the incessant rain is also going on. And what was the situation of his mother, that the speaker's mother is rolled and writhed on the floor due to unbearable pain. She was twisted. She twisted through and through and groaning on a mat. See that her pain was so intense that it became unbearable for her, and she kept on groaning on that mat. After then, here in the last part of this poem, we are introduced a character, the father of the speaker. And here the speaker is saying, my father, skeptic, rationalist, trying every curse and blessing, powder, mixture, herb and hybrid. So here we are introduced to another character who is the father of the speaker. His father, who was a reasonable man and who also tried every reasonable or unreasonable remedy to cure the pain of his mother. He was a skeptic, he was a rationalist being. He was not just like those illiterate peasants, and yet he also tried each and every measures to cure the pain of his mother, every kind of remedy, like some were good while some were harmful. The powder, mixture, herbs, all kind of medicines he has used to cure that pain. And at the end, he even poured a little paraffin upon the beaten toe and put a match to it. So he even at the extreme measure, he even used a paraffin. A paraffin upon which he poured. He used a paraffin. He poured that paraffin on her beaten toe, and it was actually burnt. So he put a match to it. So the extreme remedy which was used by the father also, that has also been used here as a remedial treatment to cure the pain of his mother. But all these efforts have gone in vain. Even the holy men, their people, they also summon a holy man to perform various kind of rites to tame that poison. So here the speaker is saying, I watched the flame feeding on my mother. I watched the holy man perform his rites to tame the poison with an incantation. So here the speaker, who remains as a kind of beholder, as a kind of audience, he couldn't tell, he couldn't do anything to spite his mother, and he was helpless, totally like the other people. He was helpless and he couldn't do, and he just watched the whole incident. And when he recalled that there was a holy man who was summoned by the villagers, and the holy man also tried to control the poison with his magical words, to tame the poison with an incantation, means he used chanting some kind of mantras or chanting some kind of prayers to God, and he performs certain rites also to tame the effect of the poison. After 20 hours it lost its sting, and after when 20 years, the period of that suffering period of 20 hours had been passed, the effect of poison was also minimized. It lost its sting, means the poison was minimized. My mother only said, thank God, the scorpion picked on me and spared my children. So here now we have come to the concluding stanza of this poem, where on getting cured, the mother thanked God that the scorpion had stung her and her children were spared. So here these concluding lines of this poem makes a very powerful impact on the readers, as we notice here that after all kind of remedies, all kind of efforts have been done, it is only the unconditional selfless love of a mother which becomes the champion here. So the motherly affection, the motherly love or motherly affection and selfless nature, motherly caring become the winner here, because as we find that even suffering, incessantly suffering from the effect of poison in her body, the mother here even she is not worried on her own agony or on her own suffering, but even though she is suffering incessantly since 20 hours, but she is more concerned about the welfare of her children, that it is okay with her. She got bitten by the Scorpio, so it doesn't much more matter to the mother, and rather she is more concerned about the welfare of her children, that the Scorpio didn't bite her children, and this is whole satisfactory note for her. That now we come to the end of this poem, so we get the sense the whole poem reflects the life of the simple village people and their belief systems and their superstitions, their helplessness, their surrender to the powers of nature and God, and ultimately the selfish nature of a mother's love for her children, who feels grateful to God that her children have been spared by the Scorpio, and now she feels more happy by this fact. So by this we come to the end of this poem. I hope you have understood this poem very well, as we have noticed the very basic themes of this poem. When the poet's mother is stung by Scorpio, and then she is given multiple treatment, bringing in its sweep the world of magic and superstition, science and rationality and maternal affection. So this is all about the poem, and now this is enough for now. I hope you have understood. Thank you, students.